Image that crashes Android phones and remove the film went with the wind from the service of HP Max George Floyd and racism. Gaurav Agrawal, an amateur scientist and photographer who lives in San Diego, USA, did not believe that he suddenly started seeing the photo he captured last summer appearing in the news. Agrawal took the picture at St. Mary's Lake in Classy National Park, Montana, on Magic Evening, as he described it, in August 2019. He posted the photo on Flickr, a photo sharing platform, and he didn't think about it after that. However, a bug had occurred when others used that image as the background to their electronic devices, which led to the disruption of some phones running the Android operating system. And those devices were subjected to repeated closings after opening them, with the necessity of returning the devices to their condition after manufacture, which led to the loss of all the data that was stored on them. Last week, my tweet spread widely, and Agrawal called me. "I didn't deliberately do anything," he said. "I feel sad while watching people suffer from this problem." The which image caused some devices using the Android 10 OS to crash. Agrawal told the BBC what happened on the night he took the picture in the park and was accompanied by his wife. He said, "It was a magical evening. This was the third trip to the park in an attempt to take a perfect picture. The atmosphere was bleak and cloudy, and we thought the sunset would not be great. We were about to leave when things started to change," he added. Capture the image with its Nikon camera, then use the LaTROM image software during the fast image processing process. And this way the error occurred. The LaTROM image software provides two color options in order to export the final product, and the option that is used is the option that seems to confuse some Android devices. The photographer was unaware of the error he had made because he had not gone through a similar experience. "I didn't know this would cause this. I have an iPhone and put my wife's picture in the background," he said. Agrawal has more than 10,000 followers on Flickr to share photos, and National Geographic magazine published his photo. "I was hoping my picture would be widely spread for a good reason, but this may happen at another time," he said. "I will use the other method from now on. Remove the film Gone with the Wind from the service of HP Max George Floyd and racism." The HBO Max platform removed a movie that went with the wind, which is one of the most famous classic films in American cinema, in response to calls to remove it from the broadcast service. The company said that the film, which was produced in 1939, was a suitable act of his time and pictures of racial and ethnic problems that were wrong at the time and still wrong in our time. The company added that the film will return to the platform at an unspecified time with a debate about its historical context. The movie, which takes place during the American Civil War, was attacked because of its depiction of slavery. The film, taken from a Margaret Mitchell novel, depicts characters from the slaves who are satisfied with their lives and who remain loyal to their masters after their liberation. The film had won 10 Oscars and remains the most revenue-generating film in the history of cinema if the revenue is recalculated at its present value. Hattie McDaniel was the first black actress to be nominated for an Oscar and get her for her role as a housemaid. Why were the protests against the killing of George Floyd so strong? The film glorifies the pre-war South and celebrates stereotypes of people of color, wrote scriptwriter John Ridley in the Los Angeles Times. The film featured the best talents in Hollywood of that era and collaborated to attract sympathy for a violent history, added the Oscar-winning screenwriter. HBO Max said in a statement that continuing to screen the film without clarifying and condemning the cases filmed racially would be an irresponsible act. The statement added that the film will return to the show as it was originally produced, because preventing this means denying history. Disney and also directs subscribers' attention that some of its older films may contain outdated concepts. Max's move comes amid protests against racism and the brutality of the U.S. police, which led to some television channels reviewing some of the work they display.